Yo, 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 yo. Bless up, bless up, bless up to the people. I'm in the building from early out. We have some time in the day, just barely could start the stream on time, but we are here, people, for the live watch along. Gunners taking on Atalanta. Atalanta looks to be. Which two team this? What on the right game this? How I going? They must show me the breast game. Let me get to the right game, people. I don't know how I got here. It's saying Atalanta Arsenal, but it's showing me a different game. I don't get this thing at all. So we're going to get that on the screen, people. But in the meantime, Biro Golin, big up yourself. Caris, up, up, up. Big up Conrad. Respect for being here. Make sure I like the video. I know I do it still. What's my score prediction? All right, so I'm predicting a 2-1 win to Arsenal today. 2-1. It's going to be a tough game. I believe that Atalanta been gearing up for this Champions League. You know, they did make some subs to the lineup today. So I expect them to be fresh. Just taking a look at the lineups, I like that Arsenal. So Arsenal's 11, David Raya in goal, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Timber. Same back five, basically. In midfield now, Jorginho is the casualty. Rice comes in for him. So we have Partey, Rice, and Havertz in midfield. Then we went with Martinelli, Jesus, and Bukayo Saka up front. So that is the lineup for Arsenal today. And for Atalanta, the first choice, Carnesi in goal. And the back line, all the starters, Hein, Jim Shitty, and Sead Kolasinac, the former gunner. Then in midfield, they have a four in midfield. Zappacosta, right wing back. Left wing back will be Rogeri. Then the pivot will be Martin Deron, Dutchman, and Ederson in midfield. And then they have the Catalere and Lookman in two number 10 roles, and then left and right. And then you'll have Matteo Retegui up front. The match has kicked off, people, and they're still showing me the wrong game on the screen. So I don't understand what is going on, people. Offside Arsenal early out. So let me try to get the footage on the camera or on my television so I can watch the game. I don't know why this is happening, but good old Paramount Plus with their madness, people. The game, I click on the game that says Arsenal Atalanta, and they're showing me a different game. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, people. This is madness. I will eventually get it on the screen. As you can see, Arsenal in possession in their own half, building. But we'll get there, people. We will get there. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. My day has been good, productive. Got through a show. Respect Warren Webster. Respect Warren Webster. I know you're probably on the work, but man's have a little free time today, so we wanted to do some Gunners content. All right, finally we have the game now, people. So I don't know where you guys are, but I am about 1 minute and 20 seconds right now. So I'm probably a little bit behind. Typically when I stream on Paramount, it's a little bit behind the game time. So here's Atalanta building up now. Carnesi in the goal. He goes long, and that one's going to go all the way through to Raya in goal. He plays short to Gabriel Magalhaes, hero from the weekend. Here's Timber, also had an excellent game in the North London derby. Here's Rice back in the fold again. Martinelli drops it back. Gabriel. Atalanta, not really a high press team, but they do like to try to set traps when the other team is building. We'll see how Arsenal copes with that. Ben White does well to control that on the sideline. He drops it back to Raya again. So Arsenal being patient. Timber, you didn't see him do this much in the North London derby, but he has now split the two centre-backs in the build-up phase. He really didn't do this against Tottenham. And I think that's one thing that I've liked, I'd say, over the last year and a half from Arteta, is he does not really tend to play the same way against every team. The principles are the same, but, you know, different tweaks. You know, does the left back invert? Does he not? Does the right back invert? Does he not? You know, those little tweaks that I see them doing can change from game to game, tactic to tactic. So Arsenal just taking their time. He's played in the middle to Rice. Rice with a good flick on. Saka could have done better there, but it was well defended. Now it's back to the goalkeeper, Atalanta. Jesus pressing. He tries to go long, but this should be cut out by Saka. It is. Saka plays inside to Partey. Partey now finds Jesus. Jesus with a good turn into the box. Saka now on the ball. Takes a shot and didn't really have the space for the shot, but it looks like it took a deflection. And is it going to be a corner kick? It is going to be a corner kick. And it looks like Trossard's twin brother is reffing the game. Very experienced UEFA Champions League referee. I remember him doing the first leg against Bayern for us. They're showing Gasperini on screen now, experienced Italian manager. Did really well with this team last year, taking them to the Europa League and finishing in the Champions League places in the Serie A. Make sure you guys are sharing the video, people. Dropping your likes on the video and drop your score predictions. I predict the Arsenal 2-1 win. What are you guys saying? It's 0-0, 4th minute of play. First corner kick for Arsenal. Declan Rice to take it from the left side. In swinger. Into the box. Punched by the keeper. And then cleared by Atalanta. Lookman chasing. Well defended though by Saka. Saka wins the ball now, heading back forward. Good ball to Havertz. He drops it back to Jesus. Jesus switches the field now. Timber. Here's Rice. Rice has Martinelli wide. Uses him. Martinelli one-on-one. Puts one into the box, and that's really an aimless one. No one was making the run. And he puts up a hand to apologize there. So, goal kick to Atalanta. Captain on the day is actually Gabriel Jesus. So, good to see him back in the fold. So, it looks like the play-by-play is a bit ahead of me for sure. Or maybe not still, you know. It's saying a goal kick now for Atalanta, which it is. So, it should be not too bad. And that's cleared up field, and that's going to be out of play for a throw into Arsenal. A lot of people thought that maybe Jorginho would start this game to give Partey a rest, but he has gone with Partey in midfield. And here's Havertz running into the box now. He's a right-footed shot, goes wide. Had one player in the box, Martinelli, had Rice approaching the box as well for the cutback, but Havertz had eyes for the goal. Good flick on from Jesus, and Havertz bursting through. In the end, he couldn't quite get his right foot around that one to get it towards the goal or to the far post. So a goal kick again. Can he keep it in play this time? He does. First ball flicked on by Atalanta. Gabriel plays it back to Raya. Raya takes no chances, clears it long. And this should be handled by the defense, but being chased here by Hein. Good harassing from Jesus. But Jesus in the end got the last touch, and it's going to be a throw-in to Atalanta. Here's Ademola. Let's go out for a throw to Atalanta. So Atalanta side of things, of course, you have to keep an eye on Ademola Lookman. He has been on fine form for club and country. And he'll be the one that we have to definitely keep quiet today on that left-hand side. So Ben White will have his hands full over there. Retegui, a dangerous striker as well on his day, can cause problems. But he is going up against one of the better centre-back pairings in world football currently. So hopefully we can deal with that. And De Ketelaere on this right side, the Belgian, had a really good season last year as well. So I think Lookman and De Ketelaere are pretty much the catalyst for the attack of Atalanta. Arsenal being pressed, doing well to play out. Here's Timber, good first touch, and then he's pulled back. And Arteta will be asking the question. And he's just warned. So no yellow card for the blatant pullback there. Arsenal in possession. Here's Ben White. Ben White tries to go over the top to Saka, and it looks like it's well defended, but it holds up on the grass, and he has to play it. And does it go out for a corner? It doesn't. In the end, Ruggieri did well to earn a throw-in for Atalanta. It was very close to going out for a corner, but he did save it. Yeah, man, be sure to drop a like on the video, people. Where are you guys watching the game from? I'm in the States, so I'm watching it on Paramount Plus. I think this game might be on TVJ in Jamaica. I could be wrong, though. I know TVJ did get a few matches a week now in the Champions League. Gabriel loses out that time. Timber does well to exchange headed passes with Partey. Atalanta doing a good job of closing down so far in the midfield, especially. We've been able to play through the pressure in the defensive third, but in midfield, we haven't really found those gaps as yet. Timber will take the throw here. Really need some type of performance out of Martinelli tonight. I think he did look a bit better in his last game, I thought, but still not to the levels that we saw 2 seasons ago. And that's well played by Ben White, holding up Lookman there, trying to get down the flank. Forces him to turn back, so they'll reset. Here's Kolasinac into the middle to Hine. Darun has now dropped into the back line and pushed Jim City out to the right-hand side. So it's almost like a back five in the build-up. This one's clipped over towards Jim City. Good challenge by Havertz, but can't win that one. And Gabriel Magalhaes won the second ball, but quickly gave it up. So Atalanta back in possession. Here's Darun on the back line with it. Arsenal not really gung-ho in their press, just kind of making sure to block the lanes for now, making it difficult for them to find that middle third with any passes. So good organization so far with the Arsenal pressure. As I said, not gung-ho, not really pressing all out, but just blocking lanes, making it difficult to find those pictures and passes to get out. And that's now Retegi drops it into Lookman. Here's Lookman entering the final third of play. He switches the play now. Zappacosta in space. Timber comes to close down. He does. Well done by Timber, forcing him back. Here's Jim City. Will he whip one in? He's thinking about it. He does now. Far post, and Lookman went up for it, but couldn't quite get there. Good shielding from Ben White in the end. And Saka let that one go out for a throw-in on the far side. Quick throw from Saka. Good thinking. Finds Partey in space. He plays it through the middle to Jesus. Jesus, good ball wide now to Havertz. Havertz one-on-one. Waiting for help. He cuts inside now. Still looking for a pass. He finds Jesus. Jesus to Partey in space. Partey surveys. Goes back wide. This is Ben White. Ben White with Saka now. Jesus in the pocket. Can't get it. He goes back to White. White to Partey. Partey finds Saka. Good 1-2, and he's being held for sure. That should be a yellow card that time, and it should be. I believe that one's going to be on Ederson, the midfielder, and he's complaining, but he can't complain much. I think the 1-2 was on. Rice played the 1-2, the return pass, and Saka was going to be in on it, and he's dragged from behind. It was a very quick pull, but I think it was enough. So a yellow card to one of their double pivots in midfield, Ederson, in the first, 11 minutes of the game. So it's going to be tough for him for the rest of the game now. You would expect him to have to put in some challenges today. So hopefully Arsenal can put him under pressure. All right, this is a free kick in a dangerous area. Saka has the ball in his hand. No Odegaard, of course. So Saka might take some more responsibility from these free kicks. And it's set up well for a left foot shot. If he can get it up and down over that wall with enough pace, the goalkeeper will be struggling to get over to it. He could also try to go for that far post with some power. Maybe the keeper will anticipate him going over the wall. But let's see what strategy he uses here to take this free kick. Now Rice is over there talking to him about it. Carnegie has not set his wall as yet. So I would say it's about 22 yards, maybe 23 yards out. And here's the free kick from Saka. Saka took the low to the far post approach. It was saved by Carnessi, and on the follow-up, Partey was in on it and tried to get it back on target. That almost snuck under his hand, In the end, a goal kick given, but it should have been a corner. Partey's rebound ricocheting off the goalkeeper and going out. Let's see who this is coming now. Sorry about that, Madans. Got a phone call I had to take. But yeah, so Atalanta just came close. They have a corner now. So first goal mouth action really for Atalanta so far. 15 minutes in. Lookman to take the outswinger. Good whip. Goes straight through now to Ederson. Will he clip one back in? No, he plays it wide. Rogeri with a good whipped in ball, and the header goes wide from Hein. Jumped up well amongst the trees to get his head on that one, but good defending, not really a clear run at it, so was under a lot of pressure. Did Havertz get a yellow card for that? I wonder. Looks like he didn't. So goal kick here for the Gunners. And what's going on here? So they were looking at something, I guess, maybe the coming together with Havertz and Ederson, but nothing comes of it, and it's a goal kick now. Arsenal in possession. Raya in his own box. Looking to break the lines, but taking his time. Looks like he'll go long now. Here's Rice. Good challenge. He flicks it on to Havertz. Havertz wins the second ball. Still has it. Plays it back to Timber. Timber now goes back to Havertz. Havertz on this left side. Good tackle from the Catalair, and it's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Timber will take this throw. Typically in these areas, Arsenal like to get a player running towards the goal line. They kind of open up the space in behind, and then they go for it. Looks like they had it with Havertz there, but didn't throw it. Timber still looking. Screen set, good. Martinelli! Oh, Martinelli puts it over. And that was what I was talking about. They always get that runner from a throw-in from that position, going towards the byline. They cut back. Good play. Rise to Jesus. He dropped it off to Martinelli and just couldn't quite get his balance before striking. Ederson did put him under pressure there, looking to block the shot. Made him rush it a bit, but That's the difference right there. I see you in Martinelli. I mean, the confidence just to even get some things on target. It's just not there right now. So I'm hoping that he can put a run of decent performances together, just get some more confidence, because he's a player we will need this season in points. Definitely need a better version of him. Raya goes wide to Saliba, back to Raya now, under a bit of pressure. He'll go long this time, looking for Havertz, always the outlet from the long pass. And Havertz is probably going to go into the book here. Looks like he had a flailing arm there that caught Kolasinac, the former gunner. And he's not one to make a meal of things, so I would like to think he got hit in the face if he went down. And it was an open hand, so it wasn't really a forearm or an elbow, so it shouldn't really be anything there, just a foul. And it was. Atalanta in possession now. All right, here goes. It was a foul through. So either he threw it from the wrong place or it was a foul throw. I'm not sure, but throw into Atalanta now. Arteta wants an explanation. Don't know if he's getting one or not. Still 0-0, 20 minutes into the match. Still a bit cagey. Not much goal mouth action. We had the shot from Saka that was saved, and then the rebound saved as well. We had the last play, Martinelli putting over from a decent position inside the box. And we had the one goal mouth action of Atalanta forcing a corner, and then the follow-up effort header going over the bar. Other than that, it's been, Arsenal in possession for the most part. A small spell of possession for Atalanta, but Arsenal definitely more of the protagonist role today than we saw in the North London derby on the weekend. Driving Atalanta back into their own half for most of the game so far. And I think with the midfield that they have tonight of Rice, Partey, and Havertz, that would lend itself to being more on the front foot. I think just a better balance in terms of energy level in that midfield today. Maybe they can play a bit more expansive of a game in this one. Saliba goes wide now. Here's White. White has support from Havertz, gets it, uses it. Here's Partey into midfield now. Looking for Timber, but it goes through to Jesus. It's blocked by Zappacosta, but well won back by Jesus. He's in the midfield now, but a good chase back from the centre forward, Retegi, getting a toe on it. Here's Lookman. Lookman in midfield. Eases off the pressure, finds the Catalier, now wide to Deron, who's pulled out to this right side. And Zappacosta just made a hand gesture to Deron, like, okay, now that we're on the ball, let's set up, relax, not go too fast. Let's get our players where we want them in our build-up phase. And now they have found a channel down the left, but Havertz chases well and gets in front and also is fouled. So very good defensive work there. Ederson is upset, throws the ball away. If that was Declan Rice, it could have been a second yellow, but we don't get those calls most of the time. Gasparini didn't like the call either. Thought that Havertz kind of sold that one, went down too easily. But typically when you're defending a player and there's contact when you're shielding it, you usually get that call. So pretty much just a smart play by Havertz in the end. Make sure you guys are liking that video, people. It is 0-0, 23 minutes into this one. And that should be I think there was a foul on that play. Ederson again clashing with Havertz. Havertz getting called for the foul this time. So that's about 2-3 fouls committed by Havertz. Needs to relax us a little bit in case he gets a yellow card one of these challenges. Don't think any of them have been really warranting of a yellow, but sometimes that accumulation yellow can come. So just needs to go through a little spell of time in this first half where he doesn't commit a foul. And that's given away cheaply by Atalanta. Arsenal back in possession. Here's Partey. Thought about going forward, but probably will reset. He does to Saliba. Saliba to Timber. Timber is really inverting today. He's split Gabriel out to the wide left. Martinelli, good body feints. Just drops it back to Magalhaes. Here's Partey, good turn. Here's Rice. Rice looking. Can he play forward? No, he can't. He plays back to Magalhaes. Big Gabby. Over the top now to Jesus. Well done to hold that one up. Poor touch from Martinelli and it's taken away. But that's given away again. Here's Partey now. Can he go? The centre-back is out of position, but Partey decides that the ball is more important. We're not going to force it. Here's Rice, back to Partey. Partey now being pressured and gives it away for no reason. He wasn't even under pressure, really. Looks like he kind of faked like he was going to press him and stopped. And that fake, made Partey panic a bit, try to flick pass around the corner that wasn't on. So Atalanta back in possession. I don't think Gasperini will be too pleased with the difficulty Atalanta's having playing through the pressure. And that was a free kick taken in the wrong spot. Timber basically slide tackle a free kick and he was not called for anything because the ref said it was not in the right area. So lucky there, he probably would have got a booking for that. Atalanta now, Zappacosta. Back to Jim City. Jim City looking good. Pressing from Arsenal though. Out for a throw-in. Jesus with the good defending. Every good coach will tell you defending starts from the front, and for all his deficiencies as a goal scorer, one thing you cannot level towards Jesus is that he does not defend from the front. He's very, very good at doing this. And again, Havertz has collided with Ederson, and Ederson's on the ground cussing. It's the first good spell of possession here. Here's Ederson now looking for a pass. He finds him wide. It's Ruggieri. Ruggieri, we've seen the quality on his left foot already. Ederson with a flat across. It's cleared out by Saliba. All Arsenal 10 outfield players deep in their half, so no one was there for the outlet clearance. And this is the part of Arsenal's game that I think is different these days. When a team does get any sustained spell of possession, they're comfortable just defending for a bit. Drop off just a bit more and just defend balls into the box like they know they can. But I think sometimes we let these spells last a bit longer than I like because we get so deep as a team, there's really no outlet, so it's almost like we wait until the phase of play ends, until we get a goal kick or Raya catches a cross or a shot, and then we'll start to play again. I don't think we have to be so quick to drop back, but look, if it's working, why change it? And that's well won in the air by Partey. Good ball through the channel. Here's Havertz trying to play forward again, but can't. Here's Rice. Rice looking for a pass. And Rice plays it to Jesus. Now wide to White. There's no width on this right side, though. Saka is in field. Oh, Ben White was open. Rice, man. Lift up your head. And now White back on side. Will he whip one in? He will. Easy. Clearance by the defense there from Kolasinac. Here is Rice. Goes back to Saliba. Saliba thought about playing Gabriel, but goes back to Rice instead. Here's Ben White now. White into the channel looking for Jesus. It's misplayed, and now it's an offside. I'm not sure who would have been offside there. I don't think Jesus could have been. So, yeah, he's asking the question to the assistant as well. Wow, what a tight call. You really call that? I don't know how he would have called that without the line and without the semi-automated VAR, but he made the call. So Atalanta in possession. And like I said, Gasperini would probably want a bit more composure playing out, but Arsenal doing a very good job taking away the extra passing. If a player takes, more than a few touches, that's a good ball out from the goalkeeper that time, opening up space. Found the spearman that time, and now the Catalier. But good chasing back from Martinelli. Not going to give him the wing. But he does well to beat him. He's down to by the corner flag, but he's forced to cut back. Now here's De Roon. Forced back again. All 10 outfield players for Atalanta in the Arsenal half now. Here's Jim City. He goes wide. Now drop back to De Roon. De Roon looking for a pass. He has a wide man. He uses him. Here's Zappacosta. Zappacosta to Catalier. He has to turn back. And now it's back in to Hein in space. They're switching the flank now. Gets over to Rogerio on that left side. Good movement from Lookman, creating space. Now he cuts inside. He can be dangerous from here, but Arsenal had the men there for the cutting. Partey was ready for that. But this is a better spell of possession now from Atalanta. Finding the spearman, getting more time on the ball. It's a good show for the ball from Retegui and a good drop back to Catalier. And the Catalier just couldn't wrap his left foot around that one. But that's probably the best spell of possession and play from Atalanta. It ended in a nice action. Gabriel actually for once out-muscled to that ball. And then the drop-off from Retegui was right on time to the Catalier, who just could not direct his left foot shot. But it was traveling with some power to that far post. Raya goes long again. Not sure what happened there. No call from the referee and another no call from the referee. Here's Rice, Martinelli, and Arsenal back on the ball. Let's see if Arsenal can get some time on the ball again now. This is White. White goes to Saka. Saka with one on. Plays it to Havertz. Havertz goes back to Saka again. Saka now in possession. Goes down the... That was a good idea, I think Havertz had the run on Kolasinac that time. If the pass had the right pace on it, it could have worked out, but it was a tough ball to execute on his weaker right foot. But good idea from Saka, I thought, because he did have the run on him. The run. Hein. Kolasinac. Jesus. Pressing Hein now. He'll go back to the keeper. Will the keeper find a spare pass or go long? Looks like he'll be forced to go long. Gabriel or Saliba wins that first ball that time. And now a good ball played out wide to Ruggieri. Ruggieri down the wing. The Catalier. Saliba blocks the back heel, doesn't get through. And Saliba gives it away. He was looking for Saka there to pass to, but didn't quite get to him. Atalanta are picking up in the last 5 minutes, I would say. Forcing Arsenal back. Good clearance this time from Saliba, but again, we're in that deep shell, so there's no outlet. Oh, that's well played. Can you play him in? Good, good, good. Referee! What? Brother, so how the man end up on the ground like that? Ref, come on, man. I know you're not calling every little thing, but that wasn't a little thing, brother. The man just running the man back. First foolishness must see the ref do from the game start, brother. I mean, it wasn't the greatest pass from Havertz, but still. I mean, the man is in between the ball and the man end up on the ground from the player running into him. Good block from Timber. It's going to stay in play. Can Martinelli win that one? He's pressuring, but can't win it. So Atalanta getting more comfortable on the ball. You see them playing passes under a bit more pressure, feeling secure in their touching. And that's a good ball through the middle. Timber does well to get behind the ball. And was that out? It was. So one thing I can say about Timber, in the last few games, there have been a couple of plays where when his opponent received the ball, he might be out of position, but he gets back into position so fast. Just now, the Catalier for a split second looked like he would be able to turn and go towards goal, and before you know it, Timber is on the goal side of him, forcing him to turn around. So just very, you don't really get a feel for how quick he is until you see him playing. Definitely a quick player. Low center of gravity, strong player too. You see him shielding the much bigger the Catalier or much taller the Catalier and couldn't move Timber out the way. He's going to be a big help to us this season. It's very, very clear from the early start. As I said, Atalanta taking a few more risks around the back, which could be good for us, actually. So we had a somewhat of an opening the last play when I thought Jesus was fouled. It was due to some pressure from him and Havertz up top that we got that opportunity. So as Atalanta get more confident, they'll take more risk around there as well. So let's see how that plays out. And they just can't get a touch on the ball lately. All the bounces seem to be going towards Atalanta. So they're in possession again. Here's Ruggieri. Hine. Jim City now. Inside and good closing down from Declan Rice. The Rune tried to go with that around the corner first time pass, but it was blocked well by Rice. So we have see if we can keep them here in this part of the pitch. Zappacosta, former Chelsea man, throws it in, and again Declan Rice gets it and puts it out of touch. So Zappacosta to take the throw again. And this one's one time cleared by Ederson. Well won by Gabriel Magalhaes. Well done by Partey. Playing it back to White. White drops it back now to Saliba. Saliba has options. Timber comes in field to make an extra midfielder. Saliba taking space, going forward. Lays it off now. And now one time into Partey. And that run by Saliba has opened up a bunch of space for Partey. Partey looking. Plays it into Saka. Good turn by him in traffic. Here's White. White over to Jesus, who is way away from his goal. And that was a poor attempt there by Partey. Passed it behind Jesus, who had made a darting run. And the Arsenal kids warming up on the side. Miles Lewis, Skelly, Waneri. Probably see a few of them tonight. Be sure to be liking that video, people. Share the video as well. I never even shared this video today, you know. Why would I do that? Jesus does well to win that one. Here's Rice. Rice being pressured by two, just running into trouble. No exit path in sight. Atalanta now has it. And it's played down the wing, but I believe the Rune saw Timber running stride for stride with Zappacosta, put too much on that pass. So both teams kind of cancelling each other out at the moment. Nobody can really get a stranglehold on this one just yet. Interesting to see the possession stats in this first half. Jesus dropping all the way back into like a central defensive midfield role to get involved. It's funnily, it looks like when we're in possession, he's really pushing Havertz up into the striker role or the central forward role, and Jesus is the one dropping into midfield, which is not what I would have imagined. But when we're out of possession, they switch back. So it's interesting what Arteta is doing with Havertz today. Doesn't want to sacrifice him as a focal point, but also, wants him to be utilized in the defensive shape more as a midfielder. So they are kind of rotating. When we're out of possession, Havertz is in midfield. When we're in possession, he goes and goes back to that false 9 central forward role. And again, Timber was out of position, but chases back well. The Catalier now faces up against Gabriel. This is not Gabriel's favorite place to be, but he did force him back. So we're back into this defensive shape again. And that's well played on that left side by Atalanta. Will he keep it in? He will. Here's Saka. 1v1. Lookman, will he take him on? Good ball. And then well defended in the end by Thomas Partey. Just blocking off the run of Ruggieri, who had beaten his marker, but couldn't get past the second marker, who was Thomas Partey. So, goal kick. Nothing came of that little spell of possession there. No, nothing. Referee with some stern words for Retegi. Jorginho on the bench coaching as usual. Partey plays it to Gabriel. Gabriel wide. Martinelli keeps it in, drops it back to Gabriel. Gabriel has Raya's help. Raya looking forward. Will he go long? Has a few passes right here, but hasn't used any of them yet. Was going to play it to Timber, but went to Gabriel instead. Now to Rice. Rice to Timber. Timber over to Gabriel. One time. Slick. Now back to Raya to start over. He'll switch the play now to Saliba. Saliba thinking about it. Decides to go back to Raya, who is now out of his box, out of his goal a bit. And Raya this time goes long to the far side. Good flick on. Is he onside is the question. And he was onside. Was he onside? No, he was offside. So Ben White drifted offside. Was looking for that knock on by Havertz and he got it, but had strayed into an offside position. So a free kick to Atalanta. So 40 minutes in, Arteta taking some notes. Probably saying that long switch to Havertz is on. There's plenty of space for that flick on there if White could have stayed onside. It's good first touch from Retegi. He switches the play after the long ball. Zappacosta drops it back. Jim City now. Deron. Ederson. Kolasinac. Ruggieri. Back to Kolasinac. Ederson. Switches the play. And Timber misplays that one. Skims off his head for a throw into Atalanta. Jim City now. Deron. Ederson. Goes wide to Ruggieri. Ruggieri whips one in. First bounce not dealt with. Second one cleared by Partey. Havertz making himself a nuisance as usual. Good ball to Jesus and then he cuts back into trouble. And it's going to be a foul on Jesus. Kolasinac down again. Just wasn't the right decision from Gabriel Jesus that time. You know, the momentum was going forward. He decided to cut it back and basically cut it back into trouble. So it'll be a free kick to Atalanta. So the braided Jesus lasted one game. He has held a trim. So he has retired the braids, which I think was a good choice. I couldn't believe that was him on the weekend when I saw him getting off the bench. Timber uses Gabriel wider. Gabriel now through the space to Partey. Good first touch. Good. The second touch was a layoff, but it was not good. And Gabriel was unaware the player was coming. And he says, why didn't you tell me, Jurien? And maybe he did tell him, but don't know if Timber speaks the languages, or maybe he didn't hear him. On the bench for Atalanta, a player that was on Villa last season, Zaniolo. Enigmatic player. Don't know what you're going to get from him, but he does have some quality. And Raya goes long to that right side again. And there is space over there if they can get the flick on. So about 1 minute plus injuries left to play in this first half. Good flick on. Havertz, it won't sit for him to take a shot. He drops it back to Partey. Partey now to Gabriel. Gabriel wide to Martinelli. Can he take on his man? He's one-on-one. He tries to get by Zappacosta. Zappacosta doing well to watch. Drops it back to Gabriel Magalhaes inside to Partey. Partey being pressed. Goes back to, and he splits Gabriel's, Martinelli and Magalhaes. He splits both of them, puts it out of play. Arteta telling Partey to just keep going. Don't worry about that mistake. Couple of giveaways for Partey in this first half, but I think his defensive positioning and defensive work has been really good. Not the best with the ball. Good closing down from Arsenal here to win this from the throw-in, but the Catalier wins it back, and Atalanta is in possession. They go all the way back to their keeper. Will he play short? He does. This is Kolasinac now with time. Decides to turn back to his centre-back, Hein. Hein plays it short to Derun in midfield. He drops it back to Jim City now into the middle. So Atalanta just using the extra man to just pass it around, just shift around Arsenal a bit. I think they know that halftime is approaching, so they don't want to make any mistakes. And I'm pretty sure this one will go into halftime 0-0. Don't see Atalanta really going all out to get an attack here. And they, in the end, make a mistake. So it's going to be a throw into Arsenal. So I'm sitting here wondering which of the two managers would be happier. I think both of them probably will be okay with what's happening so far. I know the onus is probably more on Atalanta to do something in this game as the home team, but I'm sure they will be well aware of the threat that Arsenal possess. And that will be it, people. That's halftime. 0-0, Atalanta and Arsenal. We will get the stats up on screen for you guys momentarily. But it's 0-0. Both sets of fans can feel like they're still definitely in this one. Here's my question to you, though. Which manager is happier at the end of the first half? My take on that, I think both managers are okay. Neither one of them have lost the game. Definitely things that both teams can work on, but I think Atalanta, apart from the first maybe 10 minutes, have looked decent in the first half. And Arsenal, I think, while they had the better start, I think it's pretty much evened out for the rest of the half. So 0-0 in Bergamo here. Atalanta 0, Arsenal 0. Let's go ahead and get the game stats up on screen so I can see how that looked. We definitely watched the game, so we know how the game went, but just want to see what the stats are saying. And while we do that, we can also take a look at the other games playing today in the Champions League. So here we go, people. The Champions League up and running today. So we had two early games. Benfica beat Cervena Zvezda 2-1. And Leverkusen went to the Netherlands and smashed Feyenoord 4-0. So I think Bayern Munich, after dropping 9-2, would still be at the top, but Leverkusen will be close by with a +4 goal difference currently. Then we have 4 games right now, and all look like they're going to go into halftime at level. The other 3 games being played, AS Monaco and Barcelona. You see red card to Barca already in this one. And it is 1-1 there. So let's take a look at that. So Lamine Yamal continues his fine form, getting a goal today, as well as Akliush, who was one of the players on that team with Thierry Henry in the Olympics. I remember that player, a midfielder, yes. Magnus Akliush didn't really start, but did get a lot of game time in the tournament. So he has one, and also Lamine Yamal. Eric Garcia, who made his debut, or I don't know if it's a debut, but was playing in midfield today. He got a straight red card in this one. So tough there for Barcelona. And that happened very early in the fixture as well. Looks like it happened in the 10th minute, and it was a last man foul. So very, very big there, but it's still even there, even with the man advantage. Goes from Akliush and Lamine Yamal. Then we have Atletico Madrid and Leipzig. This one is 1-1. Benjamin Sesko, looked at by a lot of teams this summer, but stayed with Leipzig. He got the first goal, and then Antoine Griezmann, the veteran, I think he's a top scorer in the history of Atletico at this point. He got the equalizing goal for Atletico as they made their home debut in the tournament, or in the Champions League. And it's 1-1 there. And then Brest, the French, versus Sturm Graz. And this one is also 1-1. Looks like it was a late equalizer from an own goal. And that made it 1-1. So that's what we have going on so far in the Champions League. But let's take a look at the game that we are watching. And that is the Arsenal-Atalanta game, the only scoreless game at halftime so far. Let's just take a look at the overall stats in the first half. So figured the possession would be pretty close, but in the end, Atalanta edged it 56-44. Expected goals, neither one of them really having that much goal more threat, but Arsenal edging that 1.27 to 0.17. We did create that one big chance, which was not taken. We had 5 shots to their 2. Their keeper made 2 saves. Raya has not made a save as yet. Muffin, Osh, come here. Come here. Come here, Muff. Muffin. John started a dog, yeah. All right, so we have attempted more passes, 266. No, they have attempted more passes, 266 to our 214. They have 2 more tackles than us. Both have 4 free kicks. They have the 1 yellow card very early to Edison. I think it was like the 10th minute. Then shots on target. So we have 2 to their none on target. Neither team have hit the woodwork. Shots inside the box, we have the edge 3-2, and we have 2 shots out the box to their none. When you look at the concentration of play, they have been coming down our left midfield channel a lot. That's probably their, where they have gone the most to kind of get into our final third. A little bit less to the middle third, but then a little bit more to the right-hand side channel. So that's they are kind of progressing through the wings. We are kind of giving up that kind of middle third wing space. I think that's where they can find some joy. But we are doing a good job of not letting them just run through the midfield so far. And then going the other way, we have pretty good balance on the left and right. But through the middle, not really doing much to thrust through the middle as well. So both teams really taking away that middle third, the middle of the field, really trying to make sure that we don't just play through those areas, both teams. And they're doing a good job of preventing that. We did miss the one big chance we had. We both have 7 touches in the penalty area, both teams, so that's even there. Yeah, so most of the game being played in the middle third right now for both teams. Yep. And we've spent a little more time in our attacking third, their defensive third. So I'm seeing the replay now. It looked like Garcia got a yellow first, and then they looked at it and gave it a red. Oh, brilliant goal from Akliush. Player that I really like the looks of him in that tournament. He wasn't really getting much game time, and I think it was mainly because he would have been the direct replacement to Michael Olise, who obviously, you can't bench Olise in the Olympics. But I really like this player, Akliush. I think in a few years he could come better than he even is now. And a carbon copy almost of Akliush's goal from Yamal, cutting inside. Good goal. I've gotten away with a push getting that one, but did well to finish it off after that. Just composed. One thing about Yamal, doesn't need much space, just no backlift and can get good power on the shot. All right, going through the stats some more now. 224 to 185, Atalanta. Final third entry is pretty much even. They have us by 127 to 26. In the final third, though, they have much better accuracy, 81 to 71. Long passes, we have both gone about the same amount, 26 and 24 respectively. And then crosses, we are 0 for 2. They're 5 for 9, so they're getting a lot more joy from the crosses. That free kick almost snuck under the keeper, man. Ooh, man, fingertip. And then he did well to save the follow-up. Ground duels pretty even. Aerial duels pretty even as well. Dribbles, we have 1 completed of 3. Tackles, interceptions, recoveries, clearances, saves. So good first half, people. Good first half. Definitely, if you're in the mood to see some goals, maybe not the game for you so far, but I think tactically it's been intriguing to see how it's playing out. Best player on the pitch has been their goalkeeper, had some good saves. Let me see if they gave Partey a big chance missed. Yeah, so they gave the rebound a big chance missed. I think that's pretty harsh, to be honest. It was a tight angle. The goalkeeper was like 2 feet from him. So I think that's very, very harsh to give Partey that as a big chance missed. But that is what they're registering as the big chance. I think Havertz kind of grew out of the game as it went. Could that be just a byproduct of this man rarely ever rests? He played the 90 minutes in the North London derby. Let's see how he copes with this second half. Saka, Martinelli, Jesus, not doing terribly, but I don't think any one of them really standing out at the moment. Backline has been solid for the most part, especially Saliba, Gabriel, Timber. I think they have been good. I think Ben White has been playing within himself, not really overexerting himself. Saka had the good free kick shot that had to be saved. I think that was a good attempt. And overall, he's been pretty good. Not really losing the ball at all, keeping the ball well. Would love to see him take on his marker. Haven't really seen that at all from Gabriel or Bukayo Saka so far. And Jesus playing that role where he's dropping deep to collect the ball as Havertz goes to play striker when we're in possession. He has been pretty involved, but I think like most of the other players on the pitch, the final third has not really been bearing any fruit for him either. So interesting what I'm seeing the manager do. He hasn't decided to play another midfielder. He's using Havertz as a striker and a midfielder in the same game. Because as I said, in possession, Havertz goes to play where Jesus is, and out of possession, Havertz just drops in behind Jesus. Side by side in the first part of the press, they're like a 4-4-2. But once they beat the first line, typically we go back into more of like a 4-5-1 shape with Havertz taking up position in the midfield. So interesting how he's kind of playing with the positions and the players in this game, depending on what phase of play we're in. But that's modern day coaching, people. People have to have multiple roles to play in the same game. So the versatility much needed when you're playing for Mikel Arteta or any modern coach as far as I'm concerned. So that is the basic rundown of the game. For me on the Atalanta side of things, I thought they grew into the game really well. Once it got to about 10-15 minutes, they got comfortable on the ball. I think they were, not having as much trouble as they were in the beginning, kind of playing out. Still don't think that it's been fluid enough from them. They've taken very long to kind of open up Arsenal in terms of when they're building. So they haven't really gotten many chances with numbers to get forward and put us under pressure. I think Arsenal is set up well to just make sure that they limit the breaking the lines in the build-up. They want, if they get a chance, it's some kind of slow, methodical, it takes a long time to develop. They're not letting them really transition on them at all, which is good. And they're keeping the game relatively calm, which I think should be a tactic for us today, because everybody who follows the Premier League knows we have the big one on Sunday. So we don't really want to be exerting ourselves so much in this one. Sherman Scott said, "Gonna for life." Absolutely, Sherman, we're there. Them a big up Warren. All right, cool people, cool people. So, yeah, man, the people them were there, man. Dropping the thoughts in the comment section. What you think about the first half so far? Do you have a score prediction? I don't think anybody dropped any score predictions before the game started. I said 2-1 to Arsenal, but I haven't heard anybody else really dropping anything in the comment section. So let me know your thoughts on the first half, what you think the score will end up being, or if you're watching a different game, let me know how those games are going. I'm interested to see how this Barcelona game turns out with Monaco having the extra man. It is 1-1 at halftime though, so let's see. The game is still in the balance for the most part. But yeah, should be interesting to see how the rest of the games play out. Every game poised. 3 games at 1-1 and Arsenal at 0-0. So really all to play for in the second half of all these UCL games. And once the conclusion of the match gets here, we will go ahead and show you the new group stage or league table format that we have in Champions League this year and see where teams are after the first couple of games. All right. Let me send this around because I did not share it to a few places. They probably don't even know that I'm here. So let me just let them know what is going on. I don't know, mommy going to cuss me. Why you never send me the thing so I could send it out to my people? I don't know how much are people going interested in watching Arsenal on a Thursday, but don't know when mommy said to do something, I have to just do it in a people car. Yeah, it's mama. So mommy can't cuss me. Yes, it's a bit late, but I sent it. So please don't be too upset with me, mama. All right, so let's see. The teams are entering the field of play for the second half. We're going to check and see if there's any substitutes yet. I wouldn't think that they made any halftime subs unless somebody just picked up a knock in the first half. Probably won't be time for that as yet. But drop your score predictions, people, for any of the games. They're all tied up at 1-1 or 0-0 right now. So definitely unbiased. If you're watching any other games and you're not watching the Arsenal one, let me know how it's going and let me know your score prediction for the other games. I'm going to stick with my original prediction of 2-1. If I was going to change anything, I would say Arsenal to win by the odd goal, but the odd goal will just be another 1-0, like we just did against Spurs in the North London derby. But let's see what happens. I'll be watching Thomas Partey, especially in this game. Very rarely does he play 3 games in a week. So, he's played 290 minutes for Ghana. He came back to town, played in the North London derby from start to finish, and he started this game as well. So that's 4 games now in a row, and we haven't seen that in a long time for Thomas Partey. So let's see how he holds up in the second half. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Jorginho coming for him at some point in the second half to try to leave something in the tank for Sunday. But let's see. So no changes to either team. So it's as we were, and the second half is underway now. Let me get this off the screen and get the play-by-play back up and gunning. Make sure you guys are liking the video, sharing the content, and if you are new, feel free to drop a subscription as well. All right, people. The channel is growing nicely. We're approaching 1,300 subscribers, so hopefully on this video we can add a few more to get us closer to that next round number that we're approaching. All right. So thanks again for the support, people, and be sure to utilize the super chat feature if you see so fit. In the comment section, you can click the button and make a donation to the channel in the form of a sticker or a chat, and let us know that you are in full support of the channel. Kolasinac played himself into trouble there. Didn't know what to do with the ball and kind of left it. Jesus thought about the quick one, but decided against it. Here's Ben White to take the throw. Let's see if Arsenal, they don't use that spacing behind this time. Here's Saka. Timber all the way into midfield now. Here's Gabriel. Gabriel to Rice. Timber now going forward. Just to create space, really. Havertz back to Partey. Partey over to Gabriel Magalhaes. Magalhaes. Martinelli into Timber. Timber in space. Looking for a pass. Has to turn back now. Wanted to try to find that through pass, but wasn't quite there. Here's Martinelli, cuts inside. And this is actually Rice. He plays it back to Saliba. And that was a dangerous pass, but in the end, and I think Havertz will finally go into the book, will he? Maybe not. So Havertz doing well to avoid the book again. And I don't even know if that was a foul, you know. I mean, he tried to do like a skill move and it didn't come off. Then he fell down into Partey. I don't know. That was well played by Ederson that time. He's in space. Good ball. Partey tracking the run well, though. And he's beaten, though. And he's being held, and it's a penalty. Thomas Partey was done there on the wing. Ederson pulled from behind. Thomas Partey should get a yellow card for that as well. And I'm not sure why they're arguing this. He definitely pulled him. And he wouldn't let him go. I mean, he got away with the first one. And then he grabbed him again. Partey, you joker. Just really lazy challenge from Partey. Pushing his left foot out. Wasn't there to be won. I don't know why he didn't just stand him up. And Ederson's been in the wars, really. Now, the foul did start outside the box, but he was continuously held until he got inside. So I don't think this will be reversed. And as soon as I said I'll change my prediction to 1-0, Arsenal give up a penalty in the first 3 minutes. And yeah, it should be a penalty. Arteta's wagging his finger no, saying it's outside, but it continued into the box and he held him again when he got into the box. So I don't think this will be overturned to a free kick. David Raya getting some instructions now from the goalkeeper coach. I'm not sure who will take this one. Probably Lookman. More than likely, I think Retege is holding the ball now. I think that's just a decoy at the moment. I think Lookman will take this penalty. Perhaps Raya getting some information about the penalty taker. And I'm very surprised that Partey wasn't booked. He knew it. He knew it once he started to go down. And this check is taking a long time. I'm wondering, are they going to want him to go and look and see where the foul took place or what the case is? I don't know. Retegi will not let Raya hold the ball. So this is taking a long time. The ref is still not asked to come and look at the monitor yet. Just standing in the box. I know the players start to crowd the referee, but I don't think this will be overturned. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty. Yeah, I think Partey would have had an argument if he didn't go back for the hand when he was in the box. Because the foul did start outside. And it looks like Retegi is actually going to take this penalty. He had been holding the ball the entire time. Terrible penalty to concede by Partey. He had Saliba on the cover. So it wasn't like he was running in on goal. I don't want to see what happened here. So we're still awaiting the penalty. I'm literally blocking the screen. I don't want to see what's going on here. So here's Retegi. Raya looks confident though. Can he save this one, people? Here's Retegi with the penalty kick. Takes a deep breath. Approaching the ball now. Slow run up. And a good save from Raya, the rebound. And he gets the rebound as well. David Raya Might be the keeper of the season so far. What a double save. So the save went back to Retegui on his head, and that was eerily similar to the save that he made against Watkins. What a good save from the penalty. And then the double, and Retegui is literally running off to celebrate people. When the rebound comes to him, he's knowing this header is going in the goal. But look at this from Raya. And then Rice steps in to clear, and it's going to be a corner. But still, what goalkeeping by David Raya there. How crucial will that turn out to be? Oh, top of the box. Here's Edison. Good block from Timber. It's going to be a throw into Atalanta now after the block by Jesus. So hopefully Arsenal can wake up now. Cut out by White. Saliba ends up going long. Here's Jesus. Well defended by Kolasinac. Hine in possession. Goes to Jim City now. Jim City plays it to Hine being pressed. He finds Kolasinac. Kolasinac goes short to Ruggieri. Ruggieri being pressured, and well done. Not letting them out. And Arteta high fives Saka as well. And he's clapping and telling his players to let's go. So maybe that was the boost we needed out of that first half. We did come out. I wouldn't say we were lethargic to start the second half, but just, weren't really up to speed yet. But that should get us going. That double save from Raya. So David Raya comes up big again, people. That's a lot of times this season now. He's played a huge role for us. Gabriel wins that head at that time, and it's going to be a throw to Atalanta. So Retegui did not take the advice not the advice, but did not do what I've seen many teams doing, which is have anybody besides the penalty taker hold the ball for the check and the weight and everything. He stood with the ball the entire time. And in the end, the penalty was a bit weak. The goalkeeper coach had a word with Raya. Maybe he knew, he had studied him and knew he would go that side, but he saved it. And I don't even think that was as impressive as the second save. But in the end, a wicked double save by Raya. Atalanta in possession though. And Arsenal not quite on their 18, but just ahead of it as the back line. And now they drop back into the box, or right at the edge. All 10 outfield players in our half now. And all of our outfield players in our own half. But Arsenal doing a good job blocking off the channels, not really giving them any clear spaces to cross or shoot. That's a good clip ball inside, but Saliba wins that one. Headed down to Saka now. And Saka up and out. And Jesus spends half his time on the pitch on the ground. Just bounced off of it there. Big up Bianconeri, boss. I dropped the Juve colors in the chat. Good win yesterday. Lookman got rid of Partey, but Saka was on the cover. That's played back to Raya. He'll go long. Can we win the first ball? And Jesus will be called for a foul. No, he's not, somehow. Back to the keeper it goes. He'll go long as well. And that's booted upfield. Gabriel should win this one. He doesn't, though. That's good flick by the Catalier. Here's Saliba under pressure. Does well to find Raya. Raya finds White. Now to Partey. Yeah, I don't think Partey will be able to last this whole second half. Just looks to be a bit flat-footed right now. Oh, Ben White is free down that side, but he would have been offside. And that's well played by Partey finding White. And that's a good ball down the wing. Here's Saka. Saka being chased by two. And what a play by Saka. Plays in White. White under the top of the ball. Oh, that's a crucial cutout by Jim City there. Leg of the man's shirt now. Run him down, Saliba. That's good forward play by Retegui. Keeping possession against Saliba. And here's Ruggieri. Edison having a decent game in midfield as well since his yellow card. So Partey did not actually get a yellow card for that. That's amazing. So no yellow cards to Arsenal yet. Havertz really struggling today to really be in this game. Good defending in the end by Arsenal. Here's Rice. Will he go into trouble? No, he dribbles out of it and he goes back to Raya. Raya under pressure. Ooh, took a somewhat of a risk, but it worked out. Just switched the play nicely to Gabriel. Now here's Timber. Timber has Havertz showing for the ball. He gives it to him. Havertz just slowing it down. He drops it back to Gabriel, and now we try to get our shape. I don't know why we're playing this pass. Nothing is sticking to Gabriel Jesus up there. I don't know why we keep trying to play it to him up there, marked by a giant behind him in the air. Surely we'd want to get him through on the ground. So it's going to be a double sub now. Jesus, probably more of a precaution, will be subbed off. And boy, I know my team. Partey will be off, and in comes Jorginho. So I didn't think he would last much longer in this half, and I think the Jesus sub is a good one as well. Just didn't quite have the touches today. A lot cleaner in build-up phases most of the time. I think today he struggled a bit, but he is just coming back. Probably approaching that red line that the coaches talk about in terms of minutes, and they're just showing the replay of the goal and the follow-up rebound save, and it was saved right on the line by David Raya. So very, very well done there from David. Excellent goalkeeping. Excellent goalkeeping there. But yeah, I know my side, people. I know my side. Could I tell you the subs them what go on? No, I didn't say the Jesus one because I thought he might last a little longer. But based on the balance of play and how he's playing, I like the sub. I think we need a little bit more quality and combination up front. And this actually, I think what was messing up Jesus is, yes, as a false nine, you see him drop down into play and get into the build-up phase. But I think Trossard, he does it a bit more naturally for me. Like, I think Trossard can literally play like a ball progressing number 8 type of position and still be comfortable. I don't think Jesus has that as much. Like, even right here, just in the build-up phase, look at Trossard, just another midfielder now. Someone technically that can get on the ball, switch the play, and even that phase of play right there with Trossard. You see the difference? And now Havertz can play more along the lines of his normal role. So yeah, I think the balance is a little bit better. I think if we have everybody fit, I doubt we would have seen that combination we saw today. And he worked around it in like I said, basically Havertz played 2 different positions in this game so far. So now Havertz can kind of just stay in his attacking role, and it can be, basically the usual way Arsenal would be playing. And that's a good ball and good defending by Lookman. But that diagonal from Raya to the right wing is on all day. Good throw from Ben White, but they stopped play for a substitution. It looks like the Catalera will be seeing the end of Charles de Catalera today, and coming on is the veteran Colombian Juan Cuadrado. Don't see him anymore in the Colombian national team, but he's still playing in the Serie A. Finally left Juve and is now at Atalanta. I believe this is his 2nd season with them, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had some injuries last year, so you didn't really see him in the final run-up for them. Or maybe he made the switch this summer. I'm not really certain on that. I want to check, actually. But I know a lot of you would have known this player. A long-time Juventus player and long-time Colombian national now. 36 years of age. Didn't realize he was so old. Yeah, he made the move on a free this summer. So, yeah. He was at Juve last year for his last season. No. He went to Inter. Yeah, I knew he wasn't at Juve last year either. So, yeah, went to Inter last year and now at Atalanta. But 36 years of age. Still keeping himself fit. Looks about the same as I remember him looking years ago. So it will be a corner to Arsenal. Bukayo Saka, can we get a repeat? It's almost the 64th minute. So can we get a Spurs repeat? I have Magalhaes in the thumbnail. So can we get another goal from him? Let's see. Movement before the kick here is the far post one. Free header. Oh, Ben White could not redirect that one towards goal. And what did they call? What them call? A goal kick? They called a foul? But what did the keep? Nobody did anything to the keeper? Yo, the keeper just fall down and then give him a foul. Brother, the man, nobody did nothing to him, you know. I swear. Bless up, float. Bless up. Yeah, man, big bad keeper, Raya. True, man. Man, really, I do him thing, brother. I remember when we got him, people were cussing and saying, we don't need another keeper. And I kept telling people, this guy is like Mark, he's better than Ramsdale, brother. Better. And it was hard for me to argue these things last year when Raya came in and kind of made a few mistakes, you know, with the ball. He was making some bad passes. You know, he pretty much, you know, stopped all the balls he should have, but wasn't making any good, like, big saves. And I think that was the big thing that people used to say about Ramsdale. You know, he makes these, you know, world-class saves at times. Isn't that a foul? Oh, my gosh. Foul on us? As an Arsenal fan, it's getting a bit worrying to me though that like we don't really create much in games. Like we're not creating enough. I don't remember us really having. I mean, we had the rebound effort. Other than that, I can't remember anything that we did that was like okay. Poor pass from Jorginho. Really wasn't on for that pass in the space. I don't know why the man don't look at the goal. He's on the top of the box. Everybody dressing off of him. Just try a shot. Looks like Atalanta getting ready to make another sub. So still 0-0, people, second half. About 18, 19 minutes gone in the second half now. Still 0-0. I think Atalanta has been the better team in the second half. They have earned a penalty. Didn't convert it, but I think since the penalty, it's been pretty even. Not as much long spells of possession for Atalanta or for Arsenal for that matter. It's been a bit more, I wouldn't even say back and forth, just a midfield battle really. Not much goal mouth action to speak of. A couple of corners that had some incident, but nothing major. And that one was forced by Gabriel, and then a poor giveaway from Jorginho on the second ball. Well won by White, but a good second ball win by De Roon. And then a good, they called a foul. And Cuadrado is down as if someone has taken a knife to his foot and chopped it off. Ooh, Ben White landed on his foot. That hurts. But, I mean, Cuadrado kicked his foot in the air and tripped Ben White. So, if him just move him foot, him don't get step on, you know. And he's up now, turning quickly as if nothing is wrong, as usual. Saliba, you can't win the ball yet. Just relax. That's the one thing in Saliba as a defender I don't like sometimes. When the forward has pinned Saliba, he just wants to take the ball from him still. Like, just don't get too tight and get spun. Just kind of, you know, relax. Been really impressed with Ederson in midfield today. Puts in a lot of running. And actually not pretty competent on the ball as well. Some nice clean touches in there as well. Lookman does well in space. Trying to find an opening. Arsenal doing well to block the channel. Can't. But they left the space. Lookman in space. Will he shoot? They close the space well. Now it's White. It's up across the far post. Good nudge from Ben White there. but they're still in possession, is Atalanta. 67th minute. Wonder if we'll be seeing the Dream anytime soon enter the field of play. Raheem Sterling. So Raheem is actually not even on the bench. Oh no, he is on the bench. I was about to say. And that one just wide. I think that was a whipped in cross from Cuadrado. Or a shot. Let me see the replay. Oh, it was a shot on target or on goal. Just over the bar. Not a bad attempt, you know. Good action on it. Curving, dipping. I think Ryan knew it was going over, but had some dip on it. Could have dipped late. And the crowd liked that attempt. Cuadrado already, giving more action than the Catalera for the entire match. Timber with a poor touch, giving away. I think he's another one that the coach needs to think about taking out. I mean, he's kind of dragging at this point. He has also not played very many back-to-back 90-minute games. Let's see if Calafiori gets a run out soon. And right now, Arsenal need to pick up the intensity. Atalanta is just more intense than them. They're winning all the 50-50s. Looks like they're sprinting harder. They're doing everything harder right now, and we need to wake up. If we don't wake up, they're going to score on us. I can see it. I mean, Raya can't save us every time. Over the top. Well defended again, Ben White. Raya comes over to claim. And then a mad throw-out. Not sure what happened there. Rice has been anonymous in the second half. I barely call his name. 69th minute. Yeah, so I really like with the football, we're not doing nothing. Defending well though. That's too far ahead of Martinelli. Cleared. Oh my gosh. Please, Saliba, be okay. Arteta fuming after that challenge. A bit of afters there. Retegi, I think, just trying to, chase the ball really. Nothing. Ooh, that hurts. Really no protection on that part of the foot. I think Retegi might be subbed off now. Let's see. Yes, it will be Retegi off. Zaniolo comes on. Interesting to see what happens here. I think Zaniolo will probably just replace him as the striker. For Aston Villa, we didn't really see him used much as a striker. He played more on the right-hand side or as a supporting striker. But for Atalanta, looks like he will get that starting, or not starting, but that forward role. And the other sub will be Zappa Costa coming off the pitch. And he'll be replaced by number 16. I believe that is, tell you in just a minute, Raul Bellanova. Raul Bellanova is onto the field of play, the Italian, 24 years of age. So let's see how those subs affect anything. Zaniolo, little different than Retegi. A bit more of a target, taller striker, bigger striker. Retegi, I think, will give you a little more movement, side to side. I think Zaniolo really will do most of his damage with the ball at his feet. So a little different thing to work with here for the back line. And nothing there called. Martinelli was looking for a foul. Lookman just chops the entire team. Cuts it back. Kolasinac, almost a loose pass. And then Cuadrado shot again. So Cuadrado has been shot twice now. And Saka did catch him. But it's like it's a South Americans just have a different way, man. It looks worse every time. Like it just was a terrible tackle. He was caught though. I guess they just figure, if I make it more dramatic, the ref will call it for sure. Cuadrado switches the play, and that's too far for Bellanova, who, in fairness to Cuadrado, he's too narrow. There's no need for him to be that narrow there. Hug the touchline. But Cuadrado has made a difference so far. And interestingly, number 7, Saka. Okay, so Saka will be coming off now. Sterling enters the field of play. And Urian Timber. So Timber, you could see struggling. Made a bad touch just now. Couldn't really recover like he normally would. And Timber looks like he left the field of play from the opposite side. So Ricardo Calafiori now gets a chance to play in his native Italy, playing against Atalanta, and Timber off the field of play now. Strong 70-odd minutes from Timber did start to fade in the second half, so understandable sub there. But good to see Calafiori back after only missing one game. Was unavailable in the North London derby on the weekend. Looks like Martinelli will be the one to play the entire match in this one, unless he comes off late. And here's Jorginho now. Does well to cool it off to Gabriel. Gabriel back to Raya. Raya looking. And he'll go to that right side again. Sterling wanted to see if he could get that through. Lookman does well to turn. Good tackle by Rice though. And now here comes Cuadrado again. Good shot. And Raya had that one covered that time. Just wide. But again, Cuadrado not wasting any time trying to do something in this football match. But to be honest, when you bring on a sub, this is how you want him to come on. I mean, he's come on. He's taken a few shots. He's drawn some fouls. He's just looked lively and full of energy. Let's see if Sterling can duplicate what we have seen from Cuadrado since his time on the pitch. It's been a very long time since I remember Arsenal doing anything in this game going forward. Here's Havertz now, finally. Here's Sterling. Can he announce himself? Good pass to Martinelli. He's onside. And Martinelli puts it over the blood fire bar. Martinelli! Come on! That was it, man. He's onside. Good release from Sterling. And it's on his favored right foot. He just can't get the technique right. It's like he was falling over. And that's happened a few times today with Martinelli in the crucial moment. Just can't sort out his feet. Damn it, man. And those type of goals right there, 75th minute Champions League first game, that can make a difference in your confidence, man. Come on, Martinelli star. Just get a goal, man. But good play from Sterling there, releasing him at the right time, keep him onside. And that was Havertz finally being able to hold up the play. And are they going to give a foul for this? Yes, they are. So it's a foul to Jim City. And it's going to be a free kick in a dangerous area on the left-hand side for Arsenal. It looks like Kolasinac was the one that fouled that time. Not sure what he's doing on this side of the pitch, but a bit over-aggressive. But I think Havertz sold that one more than anything. So we have just under 15 minutes plus injury time left. Still 0-0. Atalanta and Arsenal. Come on, Declan. Quality cross now. Can't believe Martinelli missed that star. Sure. Not fire. All right. Boss a shot now, Cannon. Come on, Saliba, your time. Rice, quality. Too much rice, man. Jeez and peas, man. What kind of waste that? What a waste of space. Declan Rice doesn't do nothing in that game, man. I swear. Let me read it though. Man, I defend. That's him I do. Nothing on the ball. Chano Martinelli star. Get the big chance and kick it away. Sure. Martinelli still running like it's the first minute. Good cutout. Well done. Come on. Can we go forward? Can we go forward? Play it now. Man on, Raheem. Well done. Give him no man. Jesus. Trossard, what that? Calafiori, don't bother chase, brother. Go back. Yo, Calafiori say, yo, man, I play everywhere. Man go a left wing. Man then a midfield. Trossard, good reverse pass. Calafiori, Jorginho. Back to Gabriel. Gabriel to Raya. Raya being pressed. Well played though to Trossard. Trossard wide to Ben White. Ben White now exchange with Saliba. Atalanta trying to press harder, but Arsenal just allowing it, and we want to just play through it. And that's a poor pass from Gabriel. I don't know why I'm never just play it back to Raya there. Why I'm open up in body there with no one wide, I don't know. But you can see Atalanta getting braver with their press. I think they realize that Arsenal really not looking to transition. They just want to play the passes. So why not take a risk and try to shut them down? And that's a good cross actually on the ground, but no runner in the box. Zaniolo was basically the one that would be on the end of that. Looks like the system has changed a little bit. Looks like they're going more with a 3-4-1-2 type of thing right now. Lookman and Zaniolo kind of playing dual strikers at the moment, and that's well played. I thought Trossard flicked it off a Quadrado, but the ref didn't see it that way, and that's cleared by the keeper. Misplayed by Saliba, but well won by Rice. I thought they were going to call a foul, but they didn't. Here's Calafiori. Does well to beat two into midfield. Good ball to Trossard. Good ball over the top from Trossard, but it's too much on it. The space was there for Havertz, but a little too strong on the pass. Good idea, though. Muffin, Bill, no man. Come. Give me some luck. Give me some luck, the Muffin. Why Arsenal don't want to score, Muffin? And why Martinelli don't want to score? Eh? Why Martinelli don't want to score, Muff? Babe, what's that? Is the eye? Something on the eye? What's that smell? Oh, it's the foolishness underneath. $10 minutes plus stoppage left to play. Looks like another sub to be made by Atalanta. Arsenal have made 4 subs so far. Atalanta have made 3. Calafiori really does look comfortable on the ball. Just, doesn't mind receiving it in tight space. Backs himself to play out of that stuff. Good turn from Sterling. Good 1-2. Calafiori in space again. Can he switch the play? Can he play forward? He can't. He has to go back to Rice. Rice on exchanges wall pass. Back to Gabriel Magalhaes. Now Rice. Rice playing much more of a number 6 role now. Not really venturing forward as much anymore. Good ball wide. Here's Ben White. Comes inside. Has space. And he forces one there. Really not on. I think Havertz maybe in the first 15-20 minutes would have had the legs for that run, but not that time. I think Ben White kind of killed his options there, cutting inside when he got that ball. He should have kept the play open, stayed on the wing. So still 0-0 people. Atalanta and Arsenal from Bergamo. Now, if Arsenal were to win this game 1-0 at this point, it would be a smash and grab. Because apart from that one Martinelli chance, I can't remember us threatening in this half. Well done by Gabriel. Cushion header down to Calafiori. Calafiori finds his international teammate Jorginho. Jorginho to Magalhaes. Magalhaes with it. Good ball into midfield. Here's Trossard. Good turn. Turns away again from trouble. Still looking for a pass. Now finds one. Here's Saliba. Sterling doesn't lose it. Drops it back to Saliba. Saliba to Rice now. Rice looking. Can he play forward? No, he can't. He will turn it back. Magalhaes. Over to Saliba. Play it to him now. Gabriel goes long. Can we get the flick on? No, we can't. But can we play it one time to Calafiori in space? No, we can't either. Gosh, what a salad. And that's the thing about Ederson I like. When he gets it in tight space, he still has the quality to play out, even though he's like a CDM kind of player. He's good technique to go with that too. Just bust Calafiori salad a while ago. Easily. This one is long. Should be dealt with by Gabriel. Thought about heading it back to the keeper, but then goes the safer route, puts it out for a throw-in. Long-time Atalanta player looking to get onto the pitch, Mario Pasalic. Very dangerous player. Has a good shot with both feet on him. Don't want to give him any chance to shoot. Very deadly. Good strike of the ball, the Croatian. He'll probably be entering for Lookman, I would think. But we'll see. Unless Gasperini sacrifices a defender in the late stages here, going for the win. Don't know if they'll do that though. Well done. Play it now. Jeez, what kind of ball that Georgie played on the ground, no man? Where you want Sterling to do with that ball there? Come on, Raheem, man. That's too easy. All right, step up now, no? Uh-oh. Good tackle, Saliba. You're so good at defending. My gosh. That was well played. But the awareness of Sterling on that wing a while ago, I mean, he had one job to block that pass to Ruggieri, and he just, for a split second, he stopped paying attention, and it cost him to get in. Those are the minor details, you know? Good corner, you know? Ederson was up for it, but he just missed it connecting with that one. In the end, I think Gabriel got the clearance for that one. But Atalanta in possession again. 4 minutes, 3 minutes plus stoppage left. Very calm day for the Atalanta defense. I think they were under much more pressure in the first half. Second half has been, you know, apart from the one Martinelli chance, been a stroll for them. Will there be a winning goal late in this game, people? Let's see. Ederson plays out of pressure again. Plays wide to Ruggieri, the spearman on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, but cut out. And that should be a foul. Poor challenge from Cuadrado there. He slid in and caught him a bit high. She didn't catch him high, just caught him late. This was the chance for Lookman. Thought he was away, but good tackle from Saliba. Nice hidden short shirt pulled in as well. So Samardzic will come on, and it looks like they will sacrifice. No, so they're taking off the left wing back, Ruggieri. And Pasalic will replace him. And also Ademola will forward off as well. So Ademola off, Pasalic on, and Ruggieri off, and Samardzic on. So last couple of subs on offer to Atalanta being used. So basically a attacking midfielder and a midfielder on for a left wing back and inside forward / winger. So kind of like for like. I mean, Pasalic does a lot of the things that Lookman can. Maybe a little bit more central of a player than Lookman though. So let's see. And Samar just dropped into the midfield to give some extra legs. More than likely, Cuadrado would have changed to that left wing back role now. Sterling fouls. So a foul to Raheem Sterling there. Ederson again, cleaning up. He's had a good game for me. Ever since that yellow card, he has really stepped up. I think he's probably been one of the better players on the park, if we're being honest. The only player I would put ahead of him right now is probably David Raya, to be honest. Yep. All right, people. We're approaching injury time now. It's almost the 90th minute, 89, 55, 56, 57. All right, so we're into injury time. Let's see the fourth official 4 minutes of injury time in the second half. Will it be 1 point, 3 points, or 0 for the Arsenal Gunners today? Let's play it back to Raya. Bouncing ball. Being pressed. Slices that one towards the right flank. And Sterling is nudged out of it by Kolasinac. Will not accept help getting up. And that's basically because he thought he was nudged to the ground, probably. Yo, Ben White, cut the foolishness, man. No, you want to salad everybody? Leg of the man's shirt now, Ben. Good tackle, Havertz. One thing with Havertz, the man sense danger very well, man. High IQ player. All right, people, this is the final actions now into the second minute of injury time of a possible 4, or minimum 4, I should say. Zaniolo, what would it be if the ref didn't talk to him at some point? Wouldn't be real. Man, I want serious hothead. Well done by Gabriel in the air. Ederson back into the box. Gabriel again. This man is a beast in the air, man. This is well played here. Can he get the shot off Lamarzic? No, he can't. Sterling loses it on top of the box, but Arsenal was ready for the through pass. Do we have anybody on the counter? Right, I thought about it, but decided not to. Here's Saliba now. So this is really I guess you can call it a point gained based on how the game went, but just not enough from Arsenal today for me. I mean, yes, we were organized. Yes, we played well defensively, but over the course of 90 minutes, I just did not see enough questions asked of this Atalanta team. I think Rice has been quiet in this game. Yeah, I haven't really been so impressed today. Again, I mean, the one thing I can say, we were solid defensively. I thought the legs definitely started to go for some of the players in the second half. I think this game proved to me that Havertz is really fit, because he's running just as hard now as he was in the first part of the game. Interested to see if Timber starts on the weekend, because he looked really shattered at the end of this shift tonight. And Calafiori is probably back to good fitness at this point. So interesting to see what he does with that position there. I'll be fine if Timber played, because I know that he can do it, but just interested to see how Arteta sees it. This should be the last action of the game. We're into the 4th minute now. This one's whipped in, and I think the ref decided to blow the whistle before the cross, and it's 0-0. Nothing really done there by either team to earn the 3 points. They had the penalty, but it was saved, and the follow-up as well. So Arsenal start their Champions League campaign with a away draw, to the Europa League champions last season, Atalanta. David Raya, the hero in this one, getting the penalty save and the follow-up rebound save as well. Before I head out, I have to get my daughter to training. Let me just show you guys the statistics, the final stats, before I leave you for the day on this stream. All right, so basically these were the stats for the game. Expected goals edged by Atalanta 1.12 to 0.79. Both teams had 2 big chances, 8 shots to 6 in favor of Atalanta. Both keepers made 2 saves. They had 4 corners to our 2. They attempted about 60 odd more passes. They had 5 more tackles, 4 more free kicks, and they got 1 yellow to our no yellows. That's amazing. Wow, Monaco up 2-1 on Barcelona, people. Mad. See the end of that game, yeah. All right. Then we have shots on target, 2 apiece, 86, as I said, on the total shots. Big chances missed. Both teams missed 2. Martinelli with 1 in the second half, and then the penalty and the follow-up would have been the 2 big chances for Atalanta. So Retegi with 2 big chances missed in 1 action. 1 through pass played by us in this game, none for them. I think that's something that Arsenal's teams do really well. They definitely block lanes extremely well. Very hard to play through the channel against us, especially through passes. Then we have accurate passes. They had about 50 more than us in the game. Final third entries, they had 18 more. Remember, that's a stat that was extremely close in the first half, 60-42. So they definitely took the lead by far in that one as the game went on. Final third phase, they were much more accurate in their passing as well, 75% to 68. Long passes, we went long 51, they went 50. Similar percentages there. Crosses, we really did not have that as a feature of our game today. Only 4 attempted, none completed. They were 6 of 18 on the other hand. But that's pretty much it as far as the stats are concerned. David Raya, as I said, would get my man of the match. As far as Atalanta is concerned, I would give the man of the match to their midfielder, Ederson, who got that early yellow card and then started to play extremely well. This is what the stats say. Kolasinac was their highest rated player at a 7.4. As I said, Ederson would be my man of the match for them. He got a 7.3, so not far off. And then David Raya, as expected, man of the match on the stats side of things, 7.5 for his role in this 0-0 draw. I thought that the back line was good. I would agree here that Ben White would have been a little below the rest. Thought he was a bit... wasn't quite his best today, I thought. And Martinelli was having a decent game, a bit quiet, but decent. I think his stats would have been greatly affected by missing that big chance in the second half. These were the subs that came on. Raheem, because he created that big chance, and for other reasons, had a decent score off the bench. I thought Calafiori looked good as well. Trossard got a low score. I don't know why, though. I thought he was pretty involved when he came on the pitch. I like the look of things a lot more from us when he was in the build-up phase as well. And Jorginho got a decent score. So Partey, Havertz, Martinelli would have been the lowest scorers for us, and I agree with that. I thought Havertz tried a lot, tried really hard, but just lacked any kind of cutting edge today to get anything done. And that pretty much can be said for most of the players. Declan Rice got a 7.1. This must be mainly for his defensive work. I know he had very high passing accuracy, but he barely played a forward pass, all sideways for the most part. Good ball retention, only lost the ball 7 times, but again, 1 clearance, 2 tackles, and the ground duels having such a high percentage on the aerials, that would get you that score. So in the end, 0-0 in this one. Looks like Barcelona have been defeated 2-1 by Monaco. And that's a big result for them. Of course, they were playing with a man advantage, but you still have to get the job done. And they were able to do so. Goals from Akliush and Ilenikena in the 71st, and that got them their victory. So not the best start to life for Hansi Flick in the Champions League for Barcelona. Of course, his team has been mashing up teams in La Liga, scoring a bunch of goals, but today it was not to be done. Brest beat Sturm Graz at home 2-1, and Atletico Madrid is up 2-1 at home on Leipzig. That would be a come from behind victory for them, and that game just finished as well. So thanks so much for checking in on the live stream. I enjoyed bringing you the content, people. Not the result that I wanted, but in the end of the day, if you cannot win the match, do not lose. And I think that's been the marker or the moniker for Arsenal these past few years. Thanks so much for the subscribers that I gained on this one. Did get about 11 or 12 on this stream, so very thankful for anybody who joined the channel in this one. Thanks so much for the support. And people, big up on yourself. I am after training. That I have training. Gonna get her there and watch some training now. And we are definitely going to return tonight. I have some more content to finish up from earlier today. We got stopped abruptly. I had an appointment I had to get to, so I had to stop the stream a little bit earlier. We were going through the lineup, talking about all the players abroad. We were discussing Damian Lowe, who sadly picked up a second yellow late in the game to get his first appearance for his new club. Double yellow, red card for Damian Lowe, but his team was able to get a point. So they drew that match 0-0. Sadly for Damian, though, he will now have to serve a 1-game suspension, but he did get his first start today and was able to keep a clean sheet. Didn't get that second yellow until I think the 97th minute. So didn't really have his team under a man for too long, but he will have to now serve a suspension. So good to see him get some playing time. Sad to say that he will have to miss the next game, though. All right, so big up on yourself, people. Thanks for tuning in. Again, this is Jason Guna from Jason Guna TV, and it was my pleasure to bring you this live stream watch along Atalanta versus Arsenal. The match ended 0-0, and we will be back later with some more content for the people. All right, once again, it's your boy Jason Guna, and Jason Guna TV is out of here, people. Manners and respect. Big up on us.